Padre Pio predicted. After July 14th, only these zodiac signs will start to get rich sharply. There is a prophecy that was kept in the silence of monastery walls for a long time. Padre Pio, one of the most revered mystics of the 20th century, left words that spoke about the signs that are destined to begin the path to wealth after July 14. These are not random dates or general words. This is a specific astrological prediction, which names the zodiac signs that are capable of dramatically changing their financial situation. After this date, streams that have long been blocked will open in their lives. The money that they have long dreamed of will start coming. Someone will get what was unfairly taken away. Someone will get their old debt back. And some will open a jackpot, literally from scratch. In this video, you will find out who exactly Padre Pio called the chosen ones for financial ascension. And if you or your loved ones are among these signs, get ready. The energy of growth is already coming to you. Subscribe to the channel if you are looking for real esoteric guidelines, not banal advice. Here you will find predictions that do not repeat someone else's, but reveal the secret. Leave a comment. Do you believe in the power of Padre Pio's predictions, and whose sign should, in your opinion, be the first to receive this wealth? Let's begin the analysis. Only the strongest, only those who are ready to take what is theirs. The first sign is Gemini. After July 14th, a special space will begin to form around the representatives of the Gemini sign, in which financial resources will begin to be attracted with almost mathematical precision. Not a single day will pass in vain. Every contact, idea, meeting, or discussion will begin to bring a specific material return. The source of these changes will not seem obvious. It will all start with information, an accidentally overheard phrase, or a fleeting conversation, but this will be the key to income growth. The movement towards wealth will begin with the activation of the intellectual resource. All thoughts that previously seemed chaotic will begin to line up into a precise system, capable of generating ideas, solutions, and strategies. Gemini will not act blindly. A clear internal understanding will appear, of which steps will lead to the maximum result. At the same time, the possibility of scaling will appear. Even one small success will quickly grow into a stream of orders, offers, and cash flows. Financial success will be accompanied by an increase in influence. The opinions, statements, and views of Gemini will begin to be perceived as significant. An audience will begin to gather around them, literally or figuratively. This could be the public, clients, colleagues, subscribers, anyone who is willing to pay for access to their view, product, or idea. The words of Gemini will begin to work for them, turning into contracts, agreements, contracts. The special strength of the period is the ability to instantly react to new opportunities. Where others need time to think, Gemini immediately gets to work and wins. This speed of reaction will become their advantage. They will be able to occupy niches that they have not even approached before and start earning money on new skills. Even those areas that previously seemed alien will suddenly become comfortable and profitable. It is important that cash flows will not be limited to one area. A multiplication effect will appear. Several areas will begin to generate income at the same time, and each of them will develop synchronously without interfering with each other. For the first time in a long time, Geminis will feel that they can manage not only time but also financial flows. Their flexibility, multitasking, and analytical skills will give them the breakthrough they have been dreaming of. After July 14th, they will not just start earning money. They will enter a phase of systemic, sustainable wealth. Their income will be based on skills, intelligence, and breadth of contacts. At the same time, no external obstacles will arise. On the contrary, everything will work out in support. They will receive the right words, accurate decisions, and loyal partners. And all this, thanks to their ability to see more than others and move faster than the rest of the world allows circumstances. The second sign is Libra. Immediately after July 14th, representatives of the Libra sign will find themselves in a situation where every step begins to bring profit. This will not be the effect of random luck. This will be the implementation of long-formed ideas, plans that have been nurtured for a long time but did not receive the conditions for implementation. These conditions will appear. Moreover, in several areas at once, which will allow activating new income streams. Financial strengthening will begin with external connections. Libra will gain access to people who have power, influence, or resources. There will be no need to ask or convince. Everything will be built on mutual interest. Libra will offer an idea, style, concept, approach, and in return they will receive investments, support, infrastructure. Their gift of harmony and precise balance between the desires and capabilities of others will begin to bring money. The peculiarity of this period is the ability of Libra to synchronize with the right circumstances. While others will be afraid to change the format, Libra will intuitively choose new strategies that will be the most profitable. Spheres that require subtlety of thinking will be especially successful. Consulting, finance, partnership projects, aesthetics, diplomacy, jurisprudence. Even a small proposal voiced by Libra in passing can turn into a serious deal. There will also be a financial recovery after periods of delays and uncertainty. Situations where money did not come before will suddenly move from a dead point. Old debts will return, deferred bonuses will appear, compensation mechanisms will be launched. Everything that has not yielded results for a long time will begin to revive after July 14th. Libra will feel how balance begins to return to the material sphere and will finally be able to switch from survival mode to development mode. At the same time, strategic thinking will strengthen. Libra will stop being afraid of large sums, will learn to wisely manage profits, investing in expansion. Instead of spontaneous spending, investment thinking will appear. Every step will be thought out, every contract verified, every cooperation mutually beneficial. Financial stability will begin to feel not like a dream, but like a structure built with your own hands. The most important thing is that after July 14th, Libra will enter a point where their decisions will bring money almost instantly. All channels that were previously blocked will open, and those who previously doubted their power and influence will begin to seek cooperation. They will see. Libra is no longer looking for balance, they control it. This transition will be the beginning of a real financial rise. The third sign is Taurus. Taurus enters a stage when financial stability begins to turn into strength and stability into acceleration. The system that this sign has been building for years, accumulating experience, resources, and approaches, begins to work for return. Cash flows that were previously restrained open up in several directions at once. This is not a random win or temporary luck. This is the result of a structural shift that concerns the professional area, skills, investments, and especially the ability to manage oneself. The most important change occurs in thinking. Taurus goes from accumulation mode to investment mode. He is no longer afraid of losing because he feels how confidence turns into a tool. This is maturity, which allows you to take on more, act more actively, demand what is worthy, and get results. His internal barrier no longer prevents him from growing. There is a willingness to earn more, not for the sake of demonstration, but for the sake of real strengthening of the position. Monetary opportunities appear in unexpected formats. Expansion of the scope of activity, unexpected offers from influential people, cooperation that previously seemed unlikely. All this is accompanied by a rapid growth of income, not due to overload, but due to the correct arrangement of resources. Taurus knows how to distinguish the main from the secondary, and it is this quality that becomes the basis for new financial flows. The approach to spending also changes. Finances begin to be used strategically. Money ceases to be just a goal, it becomes a lever. With their help, Taurus begins to reshape their reality, from the quality of housing and recreation to long-term assets. The anxiety that previously blocked major steps disappears. Confidence in their ability to earn a stable income frees up thinking. There is an interest in learning new areas, diversification. Reputation plays a special role. People who previously doubted the professionalism of Taurus now see the result. Authority grows, large clients and influential partners appear. Money goes where there is confidence, and at the moment, it is going to him. This is not mysticism. This is the exact result of internal and external transformation, accumulated experience, cold calculation, and the rejection of the habit of fear. Financial takeoff is accompanied by personal growth. Taurus gets rid of mental blocks that previously forced him to be content with little. He allows himself more. His value no longer requires confirmation, it is felt inside. Others feel it too. That is why clients, investors, and offers that previously passed him by come in his direction. All this leads to growth that can no longer be stopped. The fourth sign is Aries. Aries enters the phase of active accumulation of capital through expansion. It no longer plays with limitations. All the schemes, strategies, and tactics that previously seemed risky suddenly start working. This is not the result of spontaneous luck. This is the effect of accumulated strength, endurance, and readiness to act. It leaves the waiting mode and moves to direct action. There are no more doubts, only step-by-step forward. The main factor of growth is the activation of the financial field through decisive actions. Aries opens projects, takes responsibility for new directions, finds investors, conducts negotiations at a different level. Its energy is so powerful that it shifts even those processes that have long seemed overwhelming. Where there was stagnation, movement appears. Where there were restrictions, access appears. All because it stops playing by other people's rules. Financial channels begin to work differently. Aries refuses ineffective tools, changes strategy, introduces technologies, strengthens the team. An understanding comes. In order to earn real money, you need to be able to distribute, delegate, systematize. And it is at this moment that he is ready for this. A feeling of control over his cash flow appears, not only in actions, but also in strategy. Success is accompanied by an increase in influence. He becomes noticeable. He is respected, he is taken into account, people are drawn to him. Money goes to charisma, determination, and authority, and all this is activated to the maximum in Aries. He becomes a magnet for large clients, closed offers, and those opportunities that previously passed by. His word becomes valuable, his experience in demand, his decisions a priority. His attitude to risk also changes. Aries begins to understand that risk without analysis is stupidity, but analysis without action is useless. He finds a balance in which the risk is justified and actions bring results. A powerful influx of money comes. This is not an accidental bonus or win. This is a systematic return for courage and the right steps. The desire to strengthen his position grows. Money is directed towards development, strengthening the foundation, diversification of assets. Aries thinks big. He is no longer afraid of losing, because he knows. Now he knows how to earn. His energy is not dispersed, it is targeted. This leads to an increase in income, authority, and influence. Altogether, it forms a flow that supports him on a high monetary wave, giving stability, confidence, and the opportunity to choose, not ask.